Item 8, the new phones.
Yeah.
Today, Hill Street Station will convert to the new 912 multiplex telecommunications system. This integrated modular exchange is designed to facilitate the work of the police officer by incorporating frequency multiplexing and uniselector satellite attenuation into one comprehensive amplitudinous system. Personnel are asked to be patient, as installation will take most of the day. Please, don't use the phones unless you have to. Item 9 is in regard to the ongoing torrid climactic conditions. According to the National Weather Service, at 3 a.m. this morning, a cold front moving down from the Arctic since Monday encountered the low-pressure gradient stagnating over this city and dissipated. There's no immediate change anticipated in the weather. Please. Item 10 is a memo from Captain Ferrillo.
What memo? No, ethics.
Those personnel under my command are expected to perform their duties as police officers in strict abeyance with the department's code of ethics. Those who don't can expect instant suspension and possible criminal prosecution. For those of you who are blind and deaf, we're honored to have among us the gifted thespian and person du cinéma, John Gennaro. Mr. Gennaro is here as our guest for the next several days and is to be extended every professional courtesy. And this does not include autograph hounding, spontaneous auditions, or gazes of a longingly sexual nature by the female. Final item, personal request. Which of you would be interested in attending my seminar at the Academy as a guest lecturer?
Oh, I got a pretty tight schedule.
I believe you will find the experience to be very, very rewarding. All right, those volunteering will be excused from duty for the afternoon.
Right here. I can't fit it in. Yeah, fit it in.
Thank you. Leave your name with Leo on your way out, and I'll make my choices. All right, that's it. Let's roll. And hey, let's be careful out
there. Anybody know anything about detectives sleeping with child prostitutes? Anybody know anything about officers dealing stolen goods? If anything's out of line in this precinct, I want to hear about it now. If anybody suspects anything, I want to hear it. Check into both charges, Ray. I want to hear from you before I hear from Internal Affairs. Howard? Comments?
I've been talking about something like this happening for a long time, Frank.
Henry, you've been quiet.
I consider the source, Frank.
I'd say it's a pretty reliable source. He was right about Mort Sanders' house. He was right about Bob Blimps.
This is a good precinct, Frank. Even if what Hogan said did happen, they are probably isolated incidents.
I won't tolerate any of it, Ray. If there's even one bad egg up here, I want him found out and gotten rid of. All right, let's get some work done.
Coming right over.
Frank, I have 4 weeks back vacation on my sheet.
Yes.
So, I'm going to take a long weekend. As a matter of fact, I'm leaving in a few minutes.
Howard,
Oh, hello, sport.
something more you wanted to say to me?
I don't think so.
Look, Howard, hell with friendships. If you know something...
The medicos did a reconnaissance on me, Frank.
Medicos?
It appears that a tumor the size of a .30-30 shell has deployed itself down my right drumstick. Until they cut into it, they won't know whether it's nasty. Naturally, they want to operate right away. Nothing really to worry about, I suppose. An old Visigoth like myself, I'll get through it. You know Sanders, Frank, South Ferry?
I never met him.
He had something like this. Turned out benign.
That's encouraging.
It made him a beautiful artificial limb.
Is there anything I can do, Howard? Someone you want me to call?
I'm a little afraid, Frank.
Oh, excuse me, sir. I'm sorry.
Damn it, man! We're setting policy here! Judas Priest. I'll be dipped.
We have a 911. Armed robbery in progress. See surplus store, corner People's Drive, on 24th Street.
Man says he didn't want the job.
I didn't.
He was just going along on the interview to humor his partner.
I was.
I'll let it hand it to you, man. It's a slick come on. Playing happy. Hard to get.
Why don't you shut up, J.D.? You don't know what you're talking about, man.
Morning, J.D. John. Oh, John. Valker, man. I got a spot on the dance card for you today.
Suspect on
Peters, J.D.
Move.
Actually, I can't. Hey, bro, this is an emergency. Can I get a line?
Figuring that Hollywood commando's gonna make you his next leading lady?
Why don't you do your lounge act for him so he can see what real talent is?
What are you looking at? Are you looking at me? Shit. Oh, I don't want you looking at me. Look down here. You see that nail? I want you to eyeball that nail. I want you to get your face down there and you tell me if that nail moves, because if that nail moves and you don't let me know, I'm going to rip your lungs out through your nose. Name. Lynn. You, hairball, you got some interest in this?
Hey, John, my man, look, one small favor. I got an outside line. Could you make a fast call to my sister?
And the maintenance of that equilibrium is, of course, our prime interest here on the Hill. Anything you can do like that will help us.
Sorry, got hung up.
Frank, Katie Banbridge of the Mayor's Film Board. Tom Patowski, production manager of Street Dogs.
Good to meet you. How are you?
We're just about through. Mr. Patowski is a realist.
I presume that means he's willing to talk to the gangs.
I'd like a meeting as soon as possible. In the meantime, I'd be grateful for a short course from Detective Goldblum on turfs and gang strengths. It seems to be the only thing about your city that Ms. Banbridge doesn't know.
Faulty education.
Henry. It's all yours. Anything else we can do for you?
We'd like to donate $10,000 for a youth project to be administered by your precinct.
Maybe we could get the boxing started.
Very generous. We'll give it some thought.
Well, we won't take any more of your time then.
Could we get that sit down with the gangs this afternoon? I'm due back in L.A. tomorrow.
Sure.
And, Captain, you'll keep my star under wraps, okay?
I'll try, Mr. Patowski.
Captain, I'd like an assignment with Detective Belker.
Mr. Gennaro, you're already on night ride-alongs. We've tried to give you a free hand in observing the day-to-day operations of this precinct.
Yeah, but you see, for me,
frankly,
the
that's
key...
as far as I'm prepared to go. Stakeout and plainclothes operations are dangerous. We'd have no way of protecting you.
I'll waive personal injury.
I'm also responsible to the people on the Hill and to my men.
Could I just spend time with him? I mean, is he always on assignment?
I'll talk to Detective Belker.
Detective.
Mr. Gennaro has made a specific request that he tour with you for the next 4 days.
Captain, please. I got a meet set up for tomorrow. It took me 2 weeks to arrange.
Couldn't be more sympathetic, Mick, but there's really no point in arguing.
I'm supposed to spend 4 whole days giving some Hollywood dirtbag a Girl Scout tour of this precinct.
Precisely.
Come on, spittoon face.
How many left?
6.
Why'd you get so many witnesses?
Get off me, J.D.
What's that mean?
Means I want you off my back, man. I've got a decision to make, and I can't nurse you through your hurt feelings, man.
Hey, Neil, I'm cool behind the Bahamas gig. If it wasn't for my lousy jacket on account of drinking, I'd have had the job cold.
Can't see past your nose, can you, J.D.? It's the Bahamas, you jerk. The whole security force is probably gonna be black, see? But past that, I gotta listen to your racist rebop.
Racist?
You could never be my assistant.
Hey, Jack, I took a bullet for you once.
Easier than working for me, my man, right?
This job thing's got to you, hadn't it, Neil? You're scared.
Maybe.
What are you afraid of, man? Success?
Walk away from me, John.
Sure. There's too much color in here for my racist taste.
Dr. Singh,
Yes?
this is for you.
What's this?
Be there.
ये मुझे किधर है आप? मैंने तुम्हारा क्या गुनाह किया भाई? ये सब लोग छोड़ के क्या कोर्ट में जाओ क्या? मैं नहीं जाऊंगा.
And in heat such as this, it is a commonly known fact that your basic African type has a higher thermostat than your basic Caucasian type. White people are simply not equipped.
You got that right.
Let's not talk about it. Will you pull your vehicle off to the right side of this roadway?
My license. I'll hold on to it while you get out the car and walk a line. Look at the name. Arnold Deadweiler. I think I can spell that. I'm gonna get on out the car. Officer. Don't you know who I am? You're the man who's gonna take a sobriety test and go to jail. Now get out the car.
You stupid jerk!
Now, before you get too irrational about all this, that is Councilman Dirtweiler.
Councilman, huh?
Yeah, police appropriations.
Right. Councilman Deadweiler, you're under arrest for driving while intoxicated. Now, you've got 1 second to get out of that car, or I'm coming in there after you.
Hey, potato head. Tell your mom I had a great time last night.
Spin on it, greaseball. I'm here.
Your face. Yo, Dudley, have you beaten the lice problem yet? Martinez, party at 3. Yo, Mom, if only I were a bar of soap.
Hey.
My lawyers are gonna file suit so fast it'll make your back spin, you low-ranking punk. Officer, I'm speaking here. False arrest, defamation of character, abuse of authority. By the time I'm through with you, you'll be walking the graveyard beat through the projects. You're gonna walk right now. You're gonna walk right in here. You're gonna sit there.
I want you to know, Lieutenant, me and Rico just brought in a 502. All right. Few breathalyzers scored about a G- on his attitude test, so we're running him right by the numbers. Good. The guy had an obnoxious attitude, Lieutenant.
Hale, why are you telling me all this?
The man was Councilman Deadweiler.
Madre mía.
Arnie Detweiler, just what I need. All the people. All right, just treat him like everyone else, Ray. Phone call, booking, bail by the numbers. And pull his file, would you? My recollection is this isn't the first time for the councilman.
Captain, you have a gang meeting down in roll call.
Thanks, Leo. Anything else?
Some of the men heard a rumor about Howard.
He's in the hospital.
What? The hospital?
Thinks he may have cancer.
Forget it, lady. Ain't no way you bringing no gypsy boys up to 10 Deuce and Decker.
I'm not sure I understand your objections, Mr. Marcel.
102nd Street and Decker is dragon turf, Miss Bambridge. I think Mr. Marcel is suggesting...
What I'm suggesting, Miss Lady, is we will run this hunky flick out of town before some gypsy boy scuzz gonna make his salary work in my turf.
Salt canal water, Hershey bar. Gypsy boys got a contract.
Hey, contract this, son. That's the contract. Union.
Mr. Potowski, if I remember correctly, you have a gang scene scheduled for Jefferson at Utica Avenue.
Correct, Captain. It's a 3-day night shoot.
Yeah, well, since that's DMZ, why don't you simply let the Gypsy Boys work Jefferson and transfer the Decker Avenue shoot to Decker?
Oh, sure. That'd be easy to arrange.
You will be arranged.
Better
That's fine for the Zimbabweans and the boat people here, Furillo, but where does that leave us white folk?
Where leaves you white folks? Right where you belong. Sniffing bicycles.
Excuse me, gentlemen. According to the shooting schedule, there is a crowd scene, a 3-day crowd scene in Delaware Park, calling for over 120 gang extras. Now, what do you say we give that to the Shamrocks and the Street Lords?
What do you say?
I say we don't work for peanuts, that's what I say.
We get the standard $72 a day, meals included. You'll get time and a half for night work and double time for weekends.
Hey, Stan, 72 beans a day, that's standard. Everybody gets that, right?
Right.
All right, I like that. Sounds good to me. I'm holding it out. For love's sake. With Victoria Principal. Yo! Furillo!
Yes, Jesus.
Before we get too aesthetic here, remember, we're talking about at least a $10 million picture here. I mean, 72 bills in chum change might buy some of these bozos for a day. But what's the neighborhood's cut besides parking problems?
As with any location filming, Mr. Martinez, a considerable piece of the budget filters down to the community.
Hey! You save your trickle-down jive for the movies, Mr. Slick. You know as well as I they will be transporting all those Hollywood heavies from some cushy hotels downtown. Around here will be lucky if they get some donut money out of all of this. What we're looking at here is your classic colonial exploitations of the natives.
Why, Mr. Martinez? This is a union film. I am not going to insult your intelligence by promising you jobs I can't deliver.
Hey, I understand labor problems.
But Mr. Patowski has authorized me to guarantee a minimum of 20 days employment as extras and technical advisors to up to 15 members of each youth organization at this meeting. Do your multiplication, gentlemen. $72 a day times 20 days. I'll help you. $1,440. That's hardly chump change. And no withholding. Isn't that right, Mr. Patowski? Can't we rely on the good citizenship of these young men to pay their own taxes?
Sure you can. And plus, we stick it to Uncle Sammy.
So, do we make a movie or what?
This time only.
Councilman Detweiler?
I just got the chief's patented 2-minute tirade on departmental priorities. Among other things, he questioned the future of a certain Italian precinct captain. Kick him loose, Frank.
You're free to go now.
Free to go. Thank you, Lieutenant. No hard feelings, officer. You're only doing your job. Captain Perillo.
Mr. Detweiler.
Present circumstances accepted, Captain. I do appreciate you guys out there enforcing the laws, zealous as they may be. Anyway, I wanted to tell you that I will continue to support you in the council, and I don't take the least offense.
You don't take offense?
No.
Need I remind you, Councilman, that you were driving a vehicle under the influence? I have your sheet here. You've been detained no fewer than 6 times in the past 3 years for the same offense. 2 of those involving accidents.
Enough, Captain.
I just got an earful from the chief 5 minutes ago, so we're going to kick you loose on this one. But you'd better believe me. One more time, and I don't give a damn if the governor himself phones. I'm pushing you straight through the system.
No, you just hold on
I mean it.
1
You're
minute.
a dangerous man.
You bet I am, Frillo. You don't ever want to find out just how dangerous.
The captain. I don't know what went down just now, but that bus was by the numbers, and councilman or not.
Forget about it.
Forget about it? Well, maybe I should just forget about the memo you put out this morning, too. Strict obedience. Departmental codes, ethics, by the book.
Grow up, Hill. We lost one. It isn't the first time, and it won't be the last. So let's get some work done.
Right over here. Hey, 402.
What's the beef?
Ask him, he'll tell you.
The guy's 18 weeks delinquent on his phone bill. I gotta take it out. He says I can't. He says I go through the door and boom, he'll bust me with a ball bat.
Why don't you just wait until he ain't home? The guy's a weirdo. He never leaves his room until the middle of the night. And then he goes out back, and he goes through the garbage.
I've been here 6 times. Today, I get the unit.
Okay, what's his name?
Smith.
Mr. Smith, police here, Hill Street. Please open up the door.
There's no power on this planet that can open that door.
Gentlemen.
You have a key?
It's unlocked. He's barricaded.
The barrier's been broken. Yes, there's two of them. They're coming in now. One's very tall with a kind of a militaristic-looking emblem on his headgear. The other's a woman. Type 7, I'd say. They're moving closer. I don't know how much longer I can just keep on talking like this. Please, get word to Neville. Tell him I'll hold on as long as I can. I salute the vector bosoms of my mother.
Look, Mr. Smith, I've come to get the telephone. Could you just tell us where it is?
You'll never find it. See, I dropped it in a time warp between 1771 and 4 AD.
Here it is.
Don't touch the phone!
That's enough!
See, they'll never be able to find me if you take that phone.
We'll never find you.
Well, my spaceship was damaged, and so they had to leave some weight behind. I volunteered. We'll come back for you, they said. We'll fix the ship and recross 500,000 light years of space, and then we'll beam you up through the atmosphere. But we'll call first, see? I've been stranded on this spot for 10,000 years, but today's the day. The rescue expedition is due to arrive and take me home. But they can't find me if I don't have a telephone.
It ain't even connected.
I'm begging you, don't take my phone. I'm lost without it. I know I'm lost in space.
You're still thinking about Lou Hogan.
There hasn't been an hour in the last 18 and I haven't thought about it.
Is that why you were pacing last night?
I owe you one. You know I was the moving force behind the guilty decision in the Board of Rights.
If you had to do it all over again, would you vote any differently?
No. But I can't help questioning the process. We handled the entire matter so bureaucratically. Motions, testimony, transcripts, decisions. We managed to overlook only one thing, a human being at the center of it all. I just know there was something more I could have done for him, Joyce. I'm going to regret not finding it.
It's my turn. Remember?
I didn't know you had a charge here.
I don't. I took a room.
Is that right?
Care to murder a half hour, Captain?
I'd like that very much.
Come on, Milker, lighten up.
I gotta tell you this, Hairball. I got stuff took me 2 weeks to set up. Tomorrow you find yourself a new babysitter.
All right, but look, could you at least tell me today?
Look,
Besides the fact that you're keeping me from doing my work, I don't like the way guys like you play guys like me in the movies, you know? Ain't real.
Well, I'd like to find out what is.
Why? They'll probably change it anyway.
Listen, look, I'll bet some of your best work was laughed up later on by prosecutors and judges, right? But does that stop you from trying? No.
Look at your feet.
So what about it?
What are you wearing, you jerk?
Sneakers, I figured
That's not sneakers, that's $80 jogging shoes. Where the hell are you gonna find $80 jogging shoes here on the hill? You'll be made undercover by every hype on Decker Avenue. Besides which, that crap's got no lateral support.
So where can I get kind like yours?
You go to Rosniak Supply, you ask Monty for the high black tops by Comet. Local sleaze call them felony flyers.
How do you spell it?
Rosniak. I don't know how to spell it.
Can we talk some about stakeouts?
What kind?
I do one in a car outside a drugstore.
All right, when you're working alone in a parked vehicle, you always want to sit on the passenger side. Makes everybody think you're waiting for the driver.
Great. All right, great. What about if I do one right here?
Long-term alley job. You want to bring along a broom or a bottle of vodka to share with the winos. You don't want to make it look like you're standing around with your thumb up your nose. And you never want to hang out too long near these heating vents.
How come?
Makes you dizzy, sleepy.
Hey, Leo told me once you spent 2 weeks in a Salvation Army collection bin on a dope stakeout.
That's how long the bus took. You would not believe some of the things people throw into those things.
Where do you keep your gun?
It's none of your business.
Got the subpoena?
Yeah, I'll serve it. All right. What do you think? I don't know how to serve a subpoena, huh? All right. It's Detectives LaRue and Washington Hill Street Station. Could you come to the door for a minute, please, Mr. Redding?
It's open. Come on in.
Look at all this powdered sugar here. What will you do, my man? Baking a cake? You stupid jerk.
We were just serving a subpoena.
What? Lie down and you're sorry.
He's trying to kill me. He's a maniac.
I swear to you, just leave me alone for a few more hours and I'll be gone. They're coming.
What happened?
He ripped the phone out of the wall. I tried to stop me, hit me over the head with it. I like this football.
All right. Look, Mr. Smith, you're gonna have to put down the phone and come with us.
No, help me! I know, you can't hear me, but maybe someday you can pick up the waves of this loathsome planet. Oh!
All right. Whoa, okay. Joe, you're not doing it right.
Well, that's the howitzer in the car.
Smith, where's the spaceship gonna land? Huh? There's no room in here.
Well, if you'd been listening to me, you'd know. They're beaming me aboard.
Through the ceiling?
Through anything. Beams are highly utilitarian.
Think they could beam you aboard with handcuffs on? Bet they couldn't.
Of course they could.
Oh, yeah? Prove it. Oh, good. Let's go. Yes.
It's gonna be all right.
Okay, here we go. On a walk.
Come on, you want an ice?
Not for me.
Come on, I'm treating.
No, I don't want any.
One cherry ice, please. Can I ask you a personal question?
Nope. What's it about, women or something?
No.
What?
How come you get off on biting people?
What do you want, a ruptured kidney nose bag? I don't get off on it. It's a situational response. See that guy?
Yeah.
What do you make of him?
Mid-20s. Lives alone. Maybe works in a library and, I don't know.
Busted him 2 years ago for rape assault.
Get out of here. Come on.
Gotta read the street, Hairback.
No way. The guy looks like a school.
Read the street now.
Huh?
It's 102 degrees and he's wearing a coat. You're under arrest, Hairball. Get up! Now move! Move!
You're John Gennaro.
Sam, Mick, I got a million questions racing around my
Come
mind.
on, kid. I got a lot of paperwork here. It's all part of this bust.
All right, let's have dinner tonight. What do you say?
I don't know.
Come on. What do you say, please?
All right, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Now, will you please back off and give me some room?
I get a phone call, don't I?
1 10-cent call, that's it.
And no intergalactic area codes, okay?
He ain't calling his mom right now. The phones are down.
What do you mean?
Joe.
There's a million miles of space out there. How you think they're gonna find me? You think they're mind readers?
Hey, where'd you get this? This is an R-19. They ain't made these since before the war.
That's for me. Yeah? Yeah. Gotcha. Well, there's nothing you can do to prevent it now on their next stop.
You two want to escort Mr. Smith down to the B-level launching pad?
Say, I thought we went over this yesterday about you not coming up here without legitimate business.
First of all, I have been trying to call you all afternoon, and a recorded message says your phone's disconnected. And second of all, I am here on legitimate business. My official police press pass. I'm the new crime reporter for the East Side Weekly Advertiser.
The what? What kind of paper is that? Hey, you don't have any training to be a crime reporter.
Excuse me. Not only did I take journalism courses in college, I put in 12 years of postgraduate work sleeping with a cop. So don't tell me I don't know the joys, the sorrows, the mean streets.
Hey.
Mainly I answered an ad. My boss, he's a real nice guy, Frank. Now, there's not a lot of money to start with. It's on an article-by-article basis. But I think it's a great opportunity for me.
I admire your initiative, Faye, but how in the world did you get a press pass based on that?
What do you mean, based on that?
Well, essentially, you're a stringer for a supermarket tabloid. Come on, how'd you get it?
A reporter never reveals her sources, Frank. It can't be.
What can't be?
Is that John Gennaro?
Yes, it is.
I don't believe it.
Well, I mean it.
Would I?
Hey, Neil, wait a second.
Washington.
You got a minute, man? I want to apologize, I guess, about the last couple of days. The whole job thing, man. What a turnaround, huh? It kind of knocked my metabolism off a couple beats.
Okay, no problem.
So, what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
Man, it's none of my business. But an opportunity like this does not come down the pike every day. You're looking at $50K a year, perks up the wazoo, more native booty than any one man could handle. Hey, it's something to think about, that's all.
Hey, look, J.D., I never wanted the job in the first place, man. It was your fantasy, not mine. I wasn't looking to change. So I'll think about it. But you gotta give me some room, babe.
Okay. I just want you to know, whatever you do, I'm there for you. I carry your bags, man, if that's what you want.
Yeah.
I'm tied up right now, Mrs. Furlow. Well, why don't we set aside a half hour tomorrow? And we'll do it then.
Oh, I'd be most grateful, Mr. Gennaro.
John.
John? Shall I come to your hotel?
Great phone system, Frank. I've been trying to get you on the horn for 2 hours.
Yeah, while I was gone, so what's the problem?
What's the problem? Frank, are you losing it up here? First you go on some holier-than-the-rest-of-us crusade, and Lou Hogan blows his brains out all over half the newsprint in town.
Don't lay that one on me.
And not 12 hours later, you haul in Arnie Detweiler. Now I learn, apropos the Hogan situation, that there was something aromatic in those charges he was spraying. Frank, my political bacon's in the fire here. I am not going to wear brown earmuffs on this one.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Henry Goldstein.
Goldblum.
Goldblum, Goldstein, whatever. He's the detective who was beanbagging that 15-year-old.
Henry Goldblum? That's crazy. That's a mistake.
It's not a mistake. You talked to Ralph MacArthur, one of Lou Hogan's guys from the Heights. He and his partner arrested her twice. Said that Goldblum bedded her instead of busting her, then kept her in his apartment. That's statutory rape for openness, Frank.
I don't believe it.
Get rid of him.
I'm not doing anything until after I've conducted my own very thorough investigation.
It's open season on cops, Frank. The girl is due in court next Thursday. You do whatever you need to do. But you get rid of him. Car's waiting. Oh, just so you know, I legitimated your ex-tuner today.
You legitimated my ex-tuna?
Your wife. She came in right after our Detweiler conversation, waving some half-baked shopping mall handout demanding a press pass of all the damn things. So I figured I owed you one. Don't ever say I didn't do anything for you, Frank.
Henry? Officer.
And her name was Diane Coslow. And she talked about her home life. If half of it was true, you'd want to die. And she was 2 days off the bus. And she was a lonely, frightened, hungry 15-year-old kid, and I took her home. And she slept on the couch.
You took her all the way home so she could sleep on the couch?
The whole thing was a judgment call, Frank. First thing I thought is, why bust a 15-year-old newcomer? All she could learn in juvie is the names of pimps and the best corners. She had a shot at getting out. Just sorry it looks like she didn't make it.
Why didn't you tell me this morning? You might have saved some skin off both our hides.
You know how it is? You hear something, you want to think it can't be real, even if maybe you know. Look, the first thing I thought was I'd get her in a halfway house. Meadowwood House said in 3 days, so I kept it for 3 days, and I took her on in.
And when the Jefferson Vice cops called a month later?
I vouched for her. They asked me if she was my friend. I said yes.
How could you be so incredibly naive? You didn't know any of this would look?
Is that what it's about, Frank? Appearances?
Yes, unfortunately, to a degree.
I took in a scared, unhappy human being to wait me out of house and home just like a stray dog for 3 days. Frank, I always said that if my badge ever got in the way of my humanity, I'd get rid of the badge. Guess it just did. Save you some trouble with the chief, anyway.
Take it back, Henry.
No, Frank. No, I can't.
Joe, I think we got a little problem downstairs.
What sort of problem?
You're not gonna believe this.
What?
He's gone.
He's supposed to be gone. He's over to county.
Guy's pink sheet is still here.
See, nobody took him out of his cell, but he's not in his cell.
Okay, you guys yanking my chain or what?
Nobody gets in or out of here without me knowing about it.
Well, he's got to be somewhere.
You asked me.
astral projection or a time warp. Maybe reincarnation.
I don't believe it. A tattoo on his... Did he have a tattoo on his nose?
May I interest you in dessert?
Another bottle of this. I'm going to have a cappuccino, Katie.
Cappuccino sounds great, thank you.
Me?
Could I have a glass of hot water, please?
Sir.
No, that sounds great. Change my cappuccino to hot water in a glass.
As you wish, sir.
So, how was the meal?
3 stars. 4 counting you.
Now, let me tell you something. You see, there's a lot of people in here, they're staring at me because I'm a movie star. But this is the guy who they should be staring at. This guy's the star, not me.
I think you're making Detective Belker uncomfortable, John.
Hey, it's true. Mick, you were unbelievable out there today. You were incredible. I mean, you should have seen him. I'm in shape, I can run, but this guy's a cat. I mean, he's like a predator, the perfect hunter. He knew the guy's moves before the guy knew his moves. I don't know what the hell I was watching. A Zen master.
Excuse me.
Oh, come on. Saluto. To my rabbi.
What does that mean?
That's when one cop teaches another cop, which you're not.
Well, I felt like one today, thanks to you. See, you gotta understand, I have this recurring dream. I'm outside this house. It's in the middle of the night, and I gotta get inside. I mean, I'm telling you, it's life and death. I gotta get inside, but there's no windows, there's no doors. You showed me the windows. You opened the door, you let me look inside you. Man, I tell you, I feel like I know you for years.
What the hell's the matter with you? You know me for 2 days.
Some things you don't measure in time, Mick.
That's a lot of crap. Big movie star. Take a ride in a cop car, get yourself all pumped up, then you go out and you make your movie, and then you go back to your big Hollywood swimming pool, don't you? I don't have a swimming pool, hairbag. My life is up there on the hill. And you just don't drop in for a few days and know me!
As dear a man as Henry Goldblum is, are you going to let your personal feelings interfere with your job?
I don't know. I don't have enough facts yet. But there's a kind of hysteria coming out of Chief Daniels' office that I don't want Henry to become a victim of. Though it may be too late already.
Could be for the best. He's a fine man, but maybe he's too sensitive.
Oh, no, I'm not. You're suggesting Jewish men are more sensitive than Italian men?
I think Italian men make sensitive waiters and precinct captains. But as air conditioner installers, they leave a lot to be desired.
You're the one who lost the screws.
The window will hold it.
You think?
Come on. Just turn it on and come over here and get cool.